Hello and welcome to the second race here at Yamagiwa Reverse. We've got a reverse grid from the previous race results, so let's go through the grid. So on pole position we've got Pixteca, the Mexican driver, followed by Charlie Fraser, Cybershrike, Tyler, Luke Mitchell, Happy Hippie, Alex Sinclair, Samios, Scannyflick, and then we have our top three from the previous race. We've got Scuderia driver, Bradders V and Sig Rezo Nico. We've only got 12 drivers for this race, so let's get on with it. So in the opening race we had Sig Rezo Nico winning fantastically, but he now has to start from the back of the grid yet again in this in the Rei Sportscar Championship. So we've got 20 lap race, soft and medium compounds, and they must use both of those compounds for at least a lap. And we are away here at Kyoto Driving Park, and you can see the 12 cars here coming into turn 1. So Pixteca take a tight line into turn 1 but stays ahead of Charlie Fraser, both of which are on soft compound tyres. Then further back we've got Cyberstrike on medium compound tyres, so he might fall back in these early stages, especially as Tyler is on these soft tyres. And for the lead here into turn 4, we've got Pix trying to defend from Charlie Fraser, but I think Charlie Fraser's got the move on the inside. Oh, and that's Luke getting a little bit loose, so as we go down the hill here into the very difficult chicane, and there's contact between Charlie and Pix. Pix in the wall, Charlie loses control, and Tyler's now got onto the grass, getting loose there. That's affected Cyberstrike. It's affected Happy Hippie as well. Oh, and that's a Scuderia driver blasting through the field there. He comes from 8th to 3rd place in that incident. So let's just get a replay of this incident. So we're going to go on board with Tyler. So this started with contact between Pix and Charlie, so there's just a little bit of contact. Then Tyler here trying to take avoiding action, just gets loose on the grass. And you can see how a chain reaction started, which just ended up leaving this gaggle of cars all around the circuit. And we're now going 4 wide into the rest right hander. We've got Sammy, Alex, Cyber, we've got Luke Mitchell, and Brad is just behind. Oh, that's Luke Mitchell in the wall. So Brothers moves up to 8, we've got Sammy and Cyber 7th and 6th, and there's contact between those two, and then we've got Brothers being forced off the track. And now we've got Scannyflick on the inside. So Scannyflick then moving into 8th position with a good move there at the final turn here at Yamagiwa Reverse. Further up front here we've got side-by-side action between Alex and Sammy as we're going to turn 1. No, Sammy manages to keep that position. Oh, and I think, was that Alex off the track? It was, so we've missed this. So going into turn 1. So Alex braked quite late, but I noticed there on the main straight that his throttle wasn't 100%. It seemed as if his throttle was blipping a bit for some reason. But he rejoins. We've got so much action that it's really hard to keep up with. So we've got Sammy here in 5th, around the outside of... Well, Brad around the outside, can't make that move stick. Third from Scuderia, who went from 8th to 3rd place there in one corner with the other incidents that took place, is now on the back of Tyler. Tyler is on a softer compound of tyres though, so I would expect Tyler to get away. Scanny must have made some sort of mistake, because Scanny has actually fell back behind Cyber and Brothers, I believe. You can see them both just ahead. So they got their full throttle S's where you go 170 miles per hour. It's absurd how quick this track is. Oh, we've got Sig Rezo Nico running a little bit wide, so he's running in 9th place after starting 12th. One of the positions he's gained is Alex Sinclair, another one is a Pixteca, both of which are involved in incidents. So one side strike running a bit wide. Cyberstrike's actually fallen down to 10th. That's really, really bad news there for the electric driver. And that's even worse, and that might allow Alex Sinclair to get by. It does. So Alex there, move it back into the top 10 after his incident in turn 1. So Scooter Driver, the Dutch driver, has actually moved into second place. Let's go on board with him as he approaches Tyler into turn 1 at the start of lap 3. Ooh, and there's a bit of contact. Tyler almost forced off the track. Oh, and there, that you can see the incident that happened at the back with Cyberstrike falling down out of the top 10. We'll now look at this battle for 4th, because Happy appears onto the phone from Samios. So Samios, who's on soft tyres, is being very aggressive and almost seems a bit too aggressive. And I think it is too aggressive, because I think that has actually allowed Brothers V to get by. As you go downhill now, Samios, just a reminder, is on the soft tyres for now. So you certainly want to make moves early, so that little mistake there at turn 4 is not what I would have wanted. So Sammy's actually falling now, and is now prey for a scanning flick in the Nissan GTR battle here. Ooh, Sig going a bit wide again at that final turn. Scanny on the inside of Sammy, but I don't think that move's going to fully work. No, Sammy on the slot compound, able to keep it around the outside. That's good work there from the American driver. Meanwhile, we've got Brothers and Happy to be getting very close for comfort there through that turn 2 and 3 chicane. And I think Brothers actually gets that move done as we go down the hill. Yeah, so if we go back to the lead, we've got a gap brewing. So our fastest lap of the race so far has been done by Charlie Fraser, who's leading superbly with a 24.7, leading by about 5 seconds from Scooter Ray Driver and Tyler. However, Scooter Ray Driver's on mediums. Tyler, though, is on soft tyres. Now, Charlie is on soft tyres, so he'll have to use the medium compounds at some point. So you would expect this gap to stay, but as he gets onto the medium tyres at some point, depending on if he does a 1-stop or a 2-stop, that will potentially cost him time, and he might fall down the order. But a good lead now, though, from the British driver. So I don't think we've had any pit stops yet. It's still really, really close. We've got to go near the back. And let's just ride on board here with Pixteca as we approach turn 2 and 2 and 3. So Pixteca going in 3rd gear, hitting the 2 curbs well. That's a good line there. Falling a bit from the back of the pack after the slight collision with Charlie Fraser. Seemed just like a racing incident. We haven't had anybody spin at the chicane of death yet. We had a lot of spins in the opening race, and I think we had 3 spins on the exit on that curb in 4 laps. But the same has not happened again. Sigurd Nico is yet to make ground on medium compound. He's in 8th place behind Scanning, but both of which are mediums, and both of which are extremely quick. And is that Sammy here early trying to overtake Happy, I think? So Sammy lost this position earlier on. Well, oh, and that's Brothers there diving into the pit lane on lap 5. That's a very early stop, so he's barely using his medium tyres. Happy if going for the move on the inside of turn 1. Good move from Happier Pete. Sammy, can he stick it around the outside this time? Not enough, I think, because we're going to turn 2 and turn 3, and I think Tyler might have made a mistake, because Tyler's fallen back from Scooter Ridge Driver. We've still got the side-by-side racing, and Andy, let's go on board with Scooter Ridge Driver. Sorry, not Scooter Ridge Drive, Sig Rezanico. So Scanny, who is fighting for 5th, a little bit wide. This is great racing here at Heritage Riding Park. So as I go through the chicane, and Sig will be wanting a good exit from this turn. Let's just go on board with him up the hill, but no, it seemed like Scanny got a pretty good run as well, as did Sammy, but Sammy is on the softer tyres for now. Oh, and that's like 3 or 4 drivers there missing the apex horribly, and all that does is just mean that you lose momentum all the way up this hill and all the way through these S's. And yeah, you can see that Tyler in 3rd place is now in this battle. So he was actually really far ahead, and I think he might have been going into the pits. Oh! Okay, yeah, he is going into the pits, as did Happier Pete. We've now got 3 wide, we've got Luke, we've got Scanny. Well, they're not 3 wide anymore, but Sig, they're going for the move on the inside of Samios. And that has worked, because now Samios's soft tyres are quite heavily worn. We go a bit further back to Cyberstrike, yet to pit, but his medium tyres are hanging on well. He's moved from 11th to 7th in the last few laps as other drivers have pitted. Those drivers are Brothers V, who is now on soft tyres, Tyler, who is also on soft tyres, both of which went from medium to soft early on. Oh no, sorry, Tyler's on his 2nd stint of softs. Happier Pete is now on the soft tyres. Alex Sinclair just pitted and he's now on softs. And we've got Pixtecker, who also just pitted, and I think he just went wide. That's a shame for him. So let's look at this really close battle here between sort of the red and grey and the red and black cars. Sig getting away a little bit now from Sammy and these 2 drivers. So Brad is there getting past Cyberstrike. Brad is on fresh tyres though. Scanny was able to defend from Luke Mitchell, so Luke Mitchell not able to get by. Neither of these drivers have a power ballast. The only drivers here who do have a power ballast are Brothers V and Sig Rezanico. But in the upcoming rounds, more and more people will get ballast, and those 2 drivers I mentioned, Brothers and Sig, will get even more increased power ballast. So we've got Happier P and Alex reasonably close now for 10th place, both on fresh softs. Now, I think if I was them, you'd probably want to not battle too much for now and just kind of stay in the clean air, push in some good laps, and get sort of the undercut on some of the drivers who have yet to pit. And those drivers who I have yet to pit include Charlie Fraser, who's on very old softs, and he goes into pits just as I say that, so he was on 8 lap softs. Some people, I think, did go longer than that, though, in the first race. Scooter Road Driver is on mediums, and his mediums are about as worn as Charlie Fraser's softs. He's going on to his 9th lap. Charlie Fraser, where's he going to come out? He comes out just behind Sig Rezanico in 3rd place. Meanwhile, Scanny's on the inside of Samios. That looks a really good move into turn 1. Congratulations there to Scanny Flick. Another driver to come into the pit is Cyberstrike, so he's now on fresh soft, sorry. So he might be able to gain some ground on the likes of Tyler, now that he's on those fresh tyres. But we've got this train of cars here. We've got Charlie, we've got Scanny, we have got Samios, and then we've got Brothers and Luke there at the back. This is from 37. Now, a lot of these people are on different strategies so far. Ooh, and then, so Sammy is on heavily worn soft. This is 9th lap, and Brothers is on, I think, his first hot lap on soft tyres. So I think in this final corner you'll really see the difference. So Brothers goes quite wide, but with the soft tyres he might be able to make the move as we... Well, no need to make the move because Sammy actually enters the pit lane. Now leading this race here on his 10th lap on medium tyres is Scooter Rei driver. So that would suggest that he's doing a one-stop strategy with sort of maybe about 11 or 12 laps on medium tyres and then the rest on softs. But who knows? People can surprise you. We've got a close battle here, so Happy Hippie has closed in a little bit on Tyler. And all three of these drivers are on the same strategy, it seems, for now. I think Tyler has to pit again for medium tyres, but all of which are on soft tyres for now. Ooh, Scanny getting loose in the chicane, and that's Scanny dropping down the order. Let's get a quick replay of that. So quite tight in the first part, and yeah, so just quite a bit too tight in the first part, which has affected his run through the second and third parts. A few seconds lost, and that might cost Scanny a top 5 finish later, maybe even a podium. I mean, he's still on mediums, and that is the same strategy that Scooter Rei driver is doing currently. Meanwhile, Scooter Rei driver is about 5 to 10 seconds up the road, and Charlie Fraser's got past Sig Rosanico. Oh no, sorry. Oh no, sorry, they've been racing, so... Yeah, so Charlie actually closed in on Sig because Sig got... Oh, Sig... His car rode there on the exit curve of that chicane. If we go on board here, Charlie, around the outside of this right-hander, that's not really possible, even on fresh tyres. But the cutback, that is a superb move. That is absolutely splendid. So that's a great move there on the current championship leader. So Luke Mitchell and Scanny Flick both have yet to pit and both are on medium tyres, so I would expect both of them to pit soon. Meanwhile, someone that was also on medium tyres, Sigrid Zanika, has just pitted on lap 10. That's kind of an early pit stop for medium tyres. Because that might now mean that Sigrid Zanika is doing 10 laps on soft tyres, which would be an extraordinary stunt if he pulls it off. So the fastest lap of this race so far is a 23.8 by Alex, and he's been showing that pace well here just behind Happy Hippie, but he's yet to make a move. Oh, almost made the move there, but Happy Hippie holds on at the exit turn 4. It's incredibly hard to overtake, although will Luke Mitchell be able to... Well, Scanning Flick is ahead of Luke Mitchell. Did that just happen? Yes, it did. So at turn 4, where we're seeing Alex and Hippie racing, and Scanning with a similar move to what Alex attempted. Yeah, so it worked for Scanning, it didn't work for Alex, and that is Scanning up into 4th place. But as we cut back to a few seconds later, Luke Mitchell trying to fight back here as we enter the final sector. And actually, I think we had a slight mistake here from Scooter Rei driver. Well, his tyres are dead, but he's lost a lot of time to Charlie, so yeah, he just lost a lot of time here at the X of the S's. He went from about 170 miles per hour to about 150, and he reached the cliff majorly, doing 100 miles per hour around the final turn. And you can just see the excess speed that Charlie had, but Scuderia entered the pit lane. And as we return back to this battle for 5th, 6th, 7th, you can see Sig Rezanico at the back. We got Tyler in the pits. We've got Alex and Sig, so let's just go on board with Sig as Sig goes down the inside of Alex. So can Sig do what Alex couldn't do on Happy? Yes, he can. So Sig there into 5th place on his new tyres, but he has to make the tyres last a while. Scuderia driver on a similar strategy, but pitted a little bit later. Oh, we got racing there through the trees. It was hard to see, but Alex now trying to fight back here at the Italian. Nope, not possible, as Sig on his fresh tyres actually gets ahead of Happy now as we go down the hill. So yeah, that is actually really crucial. So Sig and Scuderia, who run similar strategies, I'd assume neither of them are trying to pit again. But Sig has actually rejoined ahead of Scuderia, and that's Happy Hippie off the track. And that's Happy Hippie down from 6th down to 7th. And now, how has that happened? I think Sig Rezanico got a bit loose in the chicane, and Alex has got past Sig. Well, that's dreadful news for him. He doesn't want to be stuck sort of being held up here, because he wants to try and get away from Scuderia, who's on fresher tyres. Oh, and Alex into the wall. Let's catch a replay. We'll go on board with Sig as we go through the S's. So they went side by side through the first part. Sig lifts off in the second part, and oh, there's just a slight contact, and that caused Alex to get a bit loose. Sig slowed down slightly, and that actually did elevate Scuderia driver from 6th to 4th place. So everything was really falling into place for him there. Meanwhile, we've got Scanny and Bradders in the pit, so Bradders has rejoined just near Sig, but just behind. Meanwhile, I don't... Scanny Flick has rejoined in 10th place, but if we go further up front, so Bradders on his fresh soft tyres with 8 laps to go. And then just ahead is Sig Rezanico, but he's already worn out his softs a little bit. He's trying to do a 10-lap soft stint. Alex getting a little bit loose in the background, I think. Scuderia driver is trying to do a 9-lap soft stint, and then leading this race by about 12 seconds is Charlie Fraser on medium tyres. So he is on medium tyres. Now, will he be able to go to the end of the race? I think if he goes to the end of the race, I think this will be a victory here for Charlie after starting second on the grid. Oh, that is major drifting from Sig, and that actually might allow Bradders V past as we go into the S's. We go side by side here, the two championship rivals, first and second place, and Bradders V gets through there in the S's. Sig does have a little bit less power though for this round. So our top 3 from the previous race were Sig winning, Bradders V second, and Scuderia third. And now those 3 are actually sort of alternated. Meanwhile, Happy Hippie has pitted from his soft tyres. Oh, slight contact between those 2. So as we go further back, so Alex, he'll have to pit soon because there's no way that his tyres will last another sort of 6-7 laps. Sammy, I think, will be able to go to the rest of this race. He pitted on lap 10. No, lap 9. Yeah, he should be able to make it. He's good on his tyres, as Catalunya showed. Luke's recently gone on to a new set of softs. We'll see if that works out. Further back, we've got Happy Hippie and Tyler fighting here for just outside the top 10. Sorry, just inside the top 10. This is 19th, 10th place, and that's a move there from the Brit on the American. So Happy Hippie just came out of the pits. And on fresh tyres, he might be able to move up the field and get a top 5 result. Because anything can happen in these final laps. Absolutely anything. I mean, who's going to win? Is Charlie be able to win? Will he be caught up? Will he have to pit again? Then Scuderia, Bradders and Sig are all on similar strategies. The person with the newest tyres out of all of these is Bradders V. You can actually see at the tyre wear rates at the bottom, and you can see that Sig's front left and rear left are worse than Bradders. And we've got Alex there pitting in the background from 5th place. So let's see what tyres it goes on, because this is crucial for the battle with Happy Hippie, because these are maybe fighting for about 5th to 6th place. So he goes on to another set of soft tyres for the final few laps. And is this Happy Hippie on the inside? It is, wow. That is amazing stuff that they're still so close after all this time in this race. It's been 20 minutes so far, and they have not been apart, it seems. But Alex is now on 1 lap fresher tyres, and that really could make the difference. Further up in the lead, and Charlie is actually starting to be a little bit caught from behind. I don't know if he made a mistake. No, his sector times still seem kind of good, but with those medium tyres and with the other drivers being on softs, we could see a change for the lead. Brothers V is struggling to catch Scooter driver up. It was only 2 tenths gained on the previous lap, and meanwhile Sig lost 3 tenths to Brothers V. Let's just look at the lap times of these 3 drivers on lap 15. So let's first look at Sig Resnico. So his lap time is 24.6. Brothers V 3 tenths faster yet again, a 24.3 on his fresh tyres, and then Scooter driver for a 24.4. So yeah, these 3 are very evenly matched so far. As we sort of head towards the back, it seems like there has actually been a retirement for Pix Tekka. That is bad news for him. So he retired a while ago, I believe. Sorry to not catch that earlier. We've got side by side racing. We had Hippie Hippie there trying to defend on the inside of turn 2, and all that's doing is allowing Alex to now have an opportunity into turn 4, and that is aggressive. He's on the curb. And Alex, I think they're slowed down, so Happy Hippie keeps the position there. So at the back of the field we've got Cyberstrike. I was just about to say that he was having quite a good race after a poor race at Catalunya, but I just had to catch that at a bad moment. Meanwhile, we had got a battle here for 2nd place. And is that Charlie Fraser off? Charlie Fraser's gone off. So our race leader here with just 4 laps to go, what's happening is he just understood wide at the final turn. It's a mistake that many people have made here this round. Oh, on the curve, that's heavy impact into the wall. No damage, because we do not have that option, but that means he loses the lead to Scooteroo Driver. So Scooteroo Driver leads here as we enter lap 17. Bradley tries to go to the inside. Scooteroo Driver now defends on the inside. So this is now for the race win. It was all looking like Charlie Fraser's to win, but that mistake could cost him. Oh, sorry. So now we go, and Brothers V now on the outside going into turn 4. We've seen quite a lot of racing in here. Brothers V keeps it around, and there's contact between the two, I think, near the start of the corner. Scooter Driver holds on. Meanwhile, Sig might now overtake Charlie Fraser as he goes down the hill. No, not able to, because it's just so difficult to overtake here, and he's got loose, and I thought he was in the wall. I thought he was in the wall, dead and buried, but he saves it yet again. So if we just look at the tyre wear rates, so you can see Brothers V's tyre wear in the bottom left of the screen, and we compare that to Scooter Is, and you can see a massive difference there. So this is why Brothers is able to seem a little bit quicker. Scooter's pace is just falling off a little bit more than Brothers is right now. And that's Brothers on the inside now. As we get onto lap 18. They are neck and neck. There's nothing separating them as they cross the line. They almost make contact into turn 1. They were so close. That was great racing there. Charlie still defending from Sig. This is costing Sig as well, because Sig would really want to be on the podium, would really want to actually win this race, but it might not be possible considering how his tyres are wheeling. And let's just go on a replay, because Sig has actually made the ground here. Oh, so Charlie just got loose. gone into the wall, and that's a few seconds lost, but I think he is safe from the driver behind. And let's actually just really quickly just look further back. We've got so much action up front, but we'll get round to it. So Sammy in 5th place, Scanny Flick is now up to 6th, he's on soft tyres. Happy Hippie and Alex have actually separated finally. It seems as if Alex might have made a mistake a couple of laps ago. And then Tyler in 9th place, Luke Mitchell having possibly a disappointing race there in 10th. But yeah, I think he made a mistake on the previous lap. And then Cyberstrike in 11th place, he's recently pitted. Now, regarding tyre wear, there's a lot of load that goes into the front left there at that turn that we just went through. And that is where it really matters, and if that happens enough, then the tyres can approach the cliff, and when they approach the cliff, you don't just lose half a second, you can lose 3, maybe even 4 seconds. Ooh, I did not expect to move there, and Bradley actually makes a move on the inside of the final turn. There was a car width, only one car width. Bradley defending into turn 1. Scuderia driver follows, is there room on the inside? Ooh, and there's contact, and Scuderia there forces Bradley just a little bit wide. Bradders are keeping the position, and that is the race lead now for Bradders as we're on lap 19 of 20 laps. So there's just 2 laps remaining. Scuderia driver goes off the track. And that is surely any hope of Scuderia winning this race and winning this first Rei Sportscar Championship win, and that's... Ooh! That was a late lunge. Bradley stays on track though, and this has actually allowed Sig and Nico to close in, so Sig, who got past Charlie after Charlie's mistake, now back in this battle for the win. We go on board with the Italian. Scuderia goes wide! Contact! So Scuderia, they're going to the right. I don't know if it was oversteer or not. But that is Scuderia going from 1st to 3rd in half a lap, and that is probably partially due to the cliff. The cliff of the tyres I was mentioning. So just half a lap ago we had Scuderia, Bradders and Sig as the top 3. Now that has all changed. Further back we've got a battle here, so Sammy, Scanny and Hippie have closed in, so Hippie has had some exceptional pace. Look at his lap times, we've had a lot of low 25s, it's been very consistent pace. So we're now on the final lap for the leaders. But this battle for 5th is also quite close, and actually Scania ran a little bit wide there at turn 10. Has to defend now going into turn 1 of the final lap. And this might allow Sammy to keep his 5th place if these two fight on this final lap. Even though Sammy's tyres are medium tyres and they're raw mediums, he should be quite slow, but he's doing a really impressive display here to keep ahead of these two Brits. So we go up front, and Bradley has got a little bit of a gap now for Sig, so 6 tyres. His front left is dead and gone, but not as gone as Scuderia. I've never seen a tyre so worn down in this game. No wonder his lap times are plummeted. That's a 28.5 the previous lap. Fourthly, Charlie Fraser, so he didn't pit again, but those 2 mistakes potentially cost him the race win. We've still got this battle. Ali, let's just really try to catch up with this battle. So yes, so Sammy just ran wide there at that right-hander, and Scani then moved into 5th, but we've actually got our leader crossing the line for the first win of this series of the Rei Sportscar Championship. Sig, the championship leader, is in 2nd, Scuderia in 3rd place. That's 2 podiums this time out. Charlie Fraser has an excellent 4th, but oh, what could have been. Scanny Flick is going to take 5th, that's superb. 6th is Sammy, 7th is Alex, because Happy Hippie, I think, has taken a time penalty. We'll see maybe if Happy Hippie regains that position after the race. Through an appeal or something. Tyler finishes in 9th place. Cyberstrike will come home in 10th, and it's been a disappointing race there for Luke Mitchell in 11th. I think he had to pit again, so that'll be out of the points for this race here. So that is it here for Kyoto Driving Park. We will see you again next week at Tokyo South Inner.